Ancient Forge is one of the earliest stories available in Arknights. As a relatively new player, I've just got the pleasure of enjoying it for the first time last week. In my opinion, the quality of the writing here is complicated. It takes a certain kind of humility to write a good story and hide it under a boring plot. However, as you can see later in this video, all of the flaws in the story are actually intentional. Sometimes you need to write a bad plot to make a good story. And at the end of it, I'll put Ancient Forge into a brand new tier list so we can finally know what is the best and worst story in Arknights. Let's get started. Ancient Forge started in Lungmen on the eve of a lunar new year, where a strange phenomena began to appear in the city. A horde of puppets dressed in reunion's uniforms, followed by a mysterious lady with ungodly powers wreaking havoc anywhere she goes. This lady is Nian, the monster known in history to ravage civilizations on the eve of a new year. Standing against her is Lava, who had been battle-hardened and vowed to end this beast once and for all. But with every clever trick Lava came up with, every force she threw at Nian, nothing can stop the Nian until it's all too late. But it turns out it's just a script for a movie made by Lava and Nian on Rhodes Island, so nothing matters. It's all just a dream. If I were to write a review for this story like any other story, it would go something like this. Ancient Forge is badly written because nothing in the story is considered canon. There is no character development, no change in status quo, and no change in the world itself. When there is no stake, there is no investment. Therefore, it's a waste of time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. But if I were to do that, I would be completely missing the point. Because this story is never written to have a good plot. They intentionally put a scene where they trash its bad plot and awful writing. But I know better. Because actually, this story is freaking brilliant. In fact, it is intentional that the plot is not good. You're supposed to completely ignore the plot. Instead, you should pay attention to every word that Nian was saying, especially when she talked to Lava. Because the real focus of this story is about Nian, and the highlights is of course the conversation between Nian and Lava. All of their dialogues are either about the Sui siblings or to reveal who Nian truly is and what she wants, which are both consistent both in the movie and in the canon. Let's take a look. You need just the right amount of destruction and mayhem to make a point. What's the point? That humanity is not ready for the upcoming threats that the Sui can bring. In the story, Nian did say Lungmen's hot peppers aren't spicy enough. It basically means humanity's weapons are not good enough. And your arts! Well, I've never seen such a skillful and practical approach before. Whew, it's a relief. I was afraid you wouldn't have made much progress. Isn't this fun? I wake up to find that the little ones who haven't changed in years are suddenly so close to the truth. So, I think it's time to take off the kitty gloves and bump up the difficulty. We're running out of time and you're still obsessed with cultivating humans. Cultivating humans who can stop us. All of these theatrics were just a test. Nian will beat up any human she comes across. She will drag them forward, not caring if they are screaming and yelling, because she knows that whatever comes after her will be much worse. Well, that's her movie version at the very least. Her canon self is making a movie to show how terrifying a Sui sibling truly is to everyone on Rhodes Island. She will start by tempering Lava to be her ultimate sword, and Lava knows this. Smelt, cast, temper. This city will make the perfect forge. Lil Lava, don't you think you'd make a good blacksmith? You're a special girl, Lil Lava. Look at you compressing the space around the explosion. I really like my little Lava. Her hard work, her attitude, her progress. Rhodes Island always surprises me like that. You got the scrappy little one making big strides. That's more fun than the operators who are already too strong for their own good, right? If we take a little peek into my next video on who is real, Nian convinced Dust to come with her because she believes that mortal humans are able to make a difference. They just need a little bit of Nian's help to temper them. She loves little humans like Lava or Saga, who time and time again exceed their expectations. This trait alone immediately makes Nian my favorite character. There is something admirable about immortal beings taking interest in mortal humans over thousands of years, to teach them, to push them to be better. It takes one hell of a determination to do good over the centuries to small beings beneath her. And it also takes one hell of a character to remain cheerful after living for so long. However, that doesn't mean she is perfect. People still die when Nian performs this test. And she is not selfless or altruistic. This determination is born from her own ambition to change her own fate. It is not yet revealed explicitly here, but from these dialogues, we know that all Sui siblings are just fragments of a greater being. I never thought I'd meet someone like you, before I forgot myself. Oh, I see how it is. I envy you too. You don't have to kill each other just to remember your faces. Use your spear to strike your shield. Use your shield to block your spear. So the question is, what happens when your right hand fights your left? Apparently nothing. Even if you win, what then? I've been fighting my 11 brothers and sisters for a length of time your tiny mind couldn't possibly comprehend. What changes when you steal from yourself? It's completely pointless. Once they are joined together, all of their identities and memories will be gone. That's why they wanted to kill each other. But even after all those years, nobody actually dies. Well, not exactly, as we'll see later in Invitation to Wine. This story proves that not everything in the story should be good. The most important part of every story is to fulfill the initial premise. The story promised that this is a story about Nian and Lava, and they delivered. Anything else is secondary. The plot is sacrificed to make a more personal story for Nian and Lava. For me, this story taught me to be more careful about making story reviews. Like I said in the beginning, if I were to just judge this story at its face value, I would be missing the point. You can't judge the quality of a plate of food based on the quality of its ingredients alone. You can only judge how those ingredients interacted together to form the final result. That being said though, there is also a writing skill in telling the reader that there is a deeper meaning through foreshadowing and writing implicit dialogues. Arknights writers knows how to do that very well. In the end, let's put this story into a brand new tier list for Arknights story writing. D tier is for the most infuriating, everything is wrong, no charm, not enjoyable at all. We can immediately put a Flurry to the Flame right here. C tier is for a meh story. Nothing special, a lot of flaws, and doesn't leave any impression, hence forgettable. B tier is a good story with some flaws in writing. Enjoyable, but it bothered me why it can't be better. A tier is for a perfect story. Enjoyable, with a charming personality, and no fatal flaw. And finally, we have the S tier, which is reserved for the most transcendental writing quality. There is no flaw here, and has a unique twist that I've never seen before. It could be made into a movie or a book, and it could stand on its own. I can probably say that Ancient Forge sits well on the A tier. It did everything well. The only reason why I didn't give it an S tier is that it's not transcendental. This is where the way the story was framed kinda hurts its quality a little bit, because it won't be pleasant for it to be an actual movie with the ending of "it's just a movie all along" trope. But then again, I can always change my opinions later if I find that I'm wrong. Do share your opinions on the comment section below. With that being said, This is certainly a solid start for a long series into Arknights Story review. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Do you agree with my opinions? What stories in Arknights would you place at S tier? Maybe I'll check it out next, because I want to experience the best of Arknights first before going through its worst. Oh, and I actually use a brand new mic for this one, so let me know which mic you prefer. As always, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And with that, I think I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.